Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing today? I'm Priscilla with Priscilla's Greenhouse, and it's good to see you all today. I'm just trying to get things set up, trying to get it set up to get things started. And where are my favorite advancing yourself people? You all know how we do this thing. We do take it from level to level to level to level. How are you all doing today? Good to see you. Good to see you. I went live earlier today, and I had to get offline, and I'm back now. I'm back with you all now to show you all the remaining video of the setup that I was doing with the light, and I hope you can see it. Maybe I'm in the way. But it's good to see you all again. All right. On the part 2 of my video earlier, I installed another grow light. Okay? I installed another grow light, and I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn it on now. Hold on. And it's on now. And as you all recall, if you remember, I had showed you all how to use the silver container like this. Okay? To grow seeds in, to plant seeds in. And right now, I have tomatoes planted, keystone peppers, sweet peppers planted, and some sweet peppers from a green pepper, yellow pepper, and a red pepper that I was using on last night. And this is kind of like an experiment. This is like an experiment, to be honest with you. Hello everyone. To see if those pepper seeds from a freshly cut sweet pepper, yellow, green, or red, just an experiment, and I know they will grow. I don't know why they wouldn't without drying them out, but it will be an experiment. And I am recording off of the laptop again, well, until I can get my viewers built up, the subscriptions built up. So please subscribe to my video. Please click on the subscribe button, and it's located somewhere off to the right, I do believe, or at the top. It says subscribe, and you will be subscribed to my channel, and every time I go live, you will get a notification showing that I'm live. And where are my favorite advancing yourself people? You all know how we do this thing. We do take it from level to level to level to level. We're just taking it to another level. That's how I look at it. We're taking everything to another level, people. It's, you know, I always say, don't get so bent out of shape if you make a mistake doing something. There's an opportunity for you and I to correct that mistake. Okay? Let me just say hello here. I don't know how it works when somebody come in, but just I like to always just put something in here. Okay, so if someone comes in, they'll know that I am here. How are you all doing today? Okay, I don't know if I told you all about my grow zone. My grow zone is 7B, and I am in Arkansas. In grow zone 7B. All right. What we're going to get started with, people, is I'm just going to plant some more seeds in this container. All right. I'm going to plant some more seeds in this container for you all today, because I already have peppers in here, the red, yellow, and green pepper seeds, tomatoes, and I am a little disappointed in myself for this reason right here. On last year, I worked so hard making up containers for my seeds, right? Made up containers for my seeds. And here's my rattlesnake watermelon seeds. I put the seeds in this container. And I have some Congo watermelon seeds here. These are the things that I grew in my garden last year, okay? And I saved my seeds. Spaghetti squash seeds. A lot of cantaloupe seeds. And I'm going to put some honeydew melon seeds in this container with you all today. But what happened, and why I'm upset with myself, is that somewhere, and it's still around somewhere, but when you are collecting seeds, you need to make sure you have those seeds stored somewhere where you can find them at a drop of a dime, at a moment's notice. That your mind will go directly to where you stored those seeds and where you have placed your seeds. Because I have a medicine bottle container about that tall, somewhere here, or either in the greenhouse area. It may be on the other street where I have another RV set up with plants in it, and I cannot remember where I put those tomato seeds. And it's a container with a mixture of all kind of tomato seeds, because one year what happened, I was outside trying to separate tomato seeds and a strong wind came up. I had them laid out and a strong wind came up and did a flip-flop on the cardboard that I had everything stored on, and all the seeds just got mixed up. And I didn't throw them away, and I use them in my garden every year. So that's what happened with the tomato seeds that I misplaced. So when you start collecting your seeds from your harvest, like these are medicine bottles and vitamin bottles that I use to store dried out seeds in airtight container so I can save them. And this is just a continuation of my video that I started this morning, okay, about grow lights for indoor seed starting. And this is like a part 3. And right now I'm going to plant some more seeds in here. Just a minute. And this is just a wooden spoon that I use to put holes in here. So, and I could plant something else, because I'm not planting them real close, because I'm putting like 2 seeds or 3 seeds into a compartment. And what's going to happen once these seeds sprout, and let's just say 1 or 2 seeds do not come up, that I still will have a chance to have maybe 3 or 4 plants regardless. That's why I put more than 1 seed in each hole that I did. And what I'm going to do now is, in this container, I think I want to grow something from the seeds that I saved on last year. I think I want to give my seeds a try that I bottled up on last year. And they're in airtight medicine bottles and vitamins bottles. So I wonder where I'm going to go with the Congo watermelon seed or the rattlesnake watermelon. That's what I think I want to take a shot at right now. And I'm going to make my label out right now. It's very important that these are just plant labels. You can order labels online. You can use popsicle sticks. But I would say that I tell you all the time to use a permanent marker. A permanent marker that will not fade away so quickly. I always use Sharpie markers, but this is an acrylic painter's marker, and it's black. Okay? what I'm going to do now, so I won't make any mistake on labeling what will be in this tray. It's a beautiful day outside. It's a beautiful day outside. Hello everyone, hello. And my plants are getting a lot of sun. My corn plants, they're right here. And here's my zinnias that was really leggy. They're doing good. And that's another Sansevieria plant right there. But you see the light that I installed this morning, the grow light that I installed this morning, and I have it suspended and hanging with a wire, just a lightweight wire holding this in place, and it's doing a great job in holding it in place. But what I'm getting ready to do now is I'm going to make a label. It's a plant marker, so I can know what I'm getting ready to plant. And I'm going to plant rattlesnake watermelon seeds. Because those rattlesnake watermelon seeds did real good last year. And the watermelons, they didn't grow very big though. I guess they were about like this. A couple of them got a little bigger. But it's okay because they had a real nice taste to them. And I liked them. And last year was the first time I grew the rattlesnake watermelon. So let me make my marker so I can know what I'm getting ready to plant. And today's date is the 9th of February 2020. 2022, Priscilla. 2022. So now I have a label created, right? It's very important that you do this. You know how many times I have planted seeds in my life and didn't make a label for it. And I look at it and I look at the plant and I don't know if it's a squash plant sometime or a watermelon plant or cucumber until the plant actually start producing the fruit or the vegetable. So I learned to start out from the very beginning, sticking me a marker for my plant. And the soil is already nice and damp because I did it earlier this morning when I made the video. So this is a medicine bottle that I stored my rattlesnake watermelons in. I stored them back in October of last year. I let the watermelon seeds dry out and I stored them. So what is really getting ready to happen here, my own seeds, okay? Your own seeds, you know, really they're better than going out purchasing seeds if you know how well you have taken care of your vegetables and your fruits. So I'm going to get some of the rattlesnake watermelon seeds. I'm going to put 2 seeds per hole. But we're already in February, and February is moving real fast, people. The month of February is jumping 3 in there. Because I want some watermelon plants this year. I want a lot of them. I want a lot of watermelon plants. Have you an area where you store your seeds and you know exactly where your seeds are stored? Okay, that's the watermelon, the rattlesnake watermelon plant seeds that I just planted. Even though it's damp, let me give it another spray of water because I wanted to realize it's time for it to produce and do what it's supposed to do. It's time to grow. I'm just putting the seeds down in here and I'm just packing the soil now to remove all air pockets out so my seeds can start to germinate. Okay, with this done, And I'm going to remove all the soil from the outside edge of this here tray that I'm growing them in, because most likely I am not going to touch this tray anymore. I'm going to water it from the bottom. In a tray like this is how I'm going to water my container with these seeds in it. I'm going to put this dome, make sure it's clean. I don't want it to be dusty or anything in there. I'm going to place the dome on top right now because everything is watered real good. I don't know if it's a certain way it's supposed to go on. I don't think so. Just clamping it down on here. Alright? On 4 ends. Every edge, I want it to be clamped down. I know it's clamped down now. And here's my little dome. And what I'm going to do, and I have two. And I do have two. I'm going to place this inside of this tray. When I was out shopping on yesterday, I did all the measuring. I stood there looking. I know those people probably was like, why is this woman still in this aisle? Because one lady and another man, they kept coming over there because I believe I stood there for about 30 minutes, right? Because of what I knew I was doing up here. And this is what I was doing in my mind. I was trying to figure out would it work. And now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove this tray. I'm sorry, plants. Y'all got to come up out of here because there's water in this tray. There's water in here because, wow. Let me just set it in there. Now you see where I'm going with this, right? You see where I'm going with this. Let's see, can I get some of my seeds out the way? So you all can better see what's going on. I hope you can see that. Here's the one with the seeds in it already. These are my zinnia plants that was really leggy. You see the water dripping from it. And I'm going to move my zinnia plants out because I see the water is at the top now. It has pulled up a lot of water from the bottom watering system because there's water in this here container. And I'm going to leave that water in there because I'm getting ready to put some cells in here. I don't know. No, I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to put some soil in here. So I'm going to have to move both of these plants out. Just a minute. Hold up. I'm trying to see where I can set this without making a mess. I'm just going to flip this over for now on the bottom shelf and put it under here because there's light shining down there too. So okay. Just bear with me a little bit here. I'm getting ready to do something. I'm getting ready to make some room and getting ready to move something around. Put that there. I need to get my soil because I'm getting ready to put soil in this container. And I'm just going to dump the water in the soil that I'm getting ready to get. And it's right over here. Just stay with me. It's pretty much, it's seed starting. It's for seed starting, but it's a mixture mainly of potting soil and this water that's inside of here. I'm just going to put it in this container. And I'm going to put holes in the bottom of this here container now. I better not forget to do this. Let me put the holes in now. And I'm going to use my little new knife that I purchased from the Dollar Tree yesterday to do the same thing I was doing earlier. I'm just going to set it down here in the soil and do it. Take my safety cap off. And bear with me as I put holes in here. You don't have to press very hard. Please don't press very hard because you put big holes in there. Just twist, twist, twist. And take it very easy. And it'll go straight through there. And it'll go all the way through and you're not going to tear it up. There's just going to be some big drainage holes in here. And it's okay. And they're going to be able to, they're drainage holes and, hold on. It seems like most of the thing is hanging out of the camera. Don't know if y'all can see it better now. But let me finish putting my drainage holes in. All right. Can you see? There's the holes in there now. That's the drain holes. Okay, now I am going to put the potting soil into this container right here. Right, I'm going to fill it up with soil. I'm going to fill this container up with soil. When I say potting soil, I'm talking about something that is really, really lightweight for my seedlings to get started in, all right? So it will not be a struggle for the seedling to push through the soil. Because I do believe that's probably why a lot of plants won't make it when you got it in heavy gardening soil. You may have some real good compost in your backyard, but it still may be a little too strong for a seed to grow. But what I do, and I've already proven it to myself, that my plants are growing in a mixture that I created from peat moss, perlite, and a mixture of just a little bit of my compost. And that's pretty much will do it for you to start seeds in. But the reason why I put some of my compost in there, and also vermiculite. Some people use vermiculite. But this mixture that I have right here, it consists of some of my compost that I make here in my backyard that breaks down to dirt. It consists of a mixture of some of my compost, peat moss that I put in with some of my compost, perlite. I don't have any vermiculite, but some people use vermiculite. And I may add some of this potting soil to it. Some type of potting soil. I may add some potting soil with it. But you really and truly can make it to a standalone version with peat moss, perlite, and vermiculite. You really can use just that to start your seeds in. And I would say 1 to, how would I do it? If you have like a 1 gallon plastic pot that you grow plants in, the way I would do it, I would use like a 2 to 1. A 2 to 1. When I say a 2 to 1 ratio, in that gallon pot, let's say Let's say this is a gallon pot. Or maybe I won't even say a gallon. Maybe you're not going to plant very many seeds. But based on how many seeds you're going to plant, let's say that this is a gallon pot. I have a gallon pot. You see this pot right here? That's a gallon pot. Let's do this. That's a heavy pot too. It got something in it. Ooh, wait, that sun shining on it so good. Oh my, it looks so nice. One of my cucumber plants fell over and died because of legginess. I'm going to drop it in here as compost. But one of the cucumber leggy plants that I planted, it's looking so nice. It's getting a lot of sunshine from the window. The corn is getting a lot of sunshine from the window. So I have corn in here and one cucumber plant. But here's the ratio thing I'm trying to show you. If you fill this pot up, which is like a 1 gallon pot, if you fill this pot up with peat moss or cocoa coir, all right, let's say you fill it up with peat moss. Fill it up with peat moss, and you use this same pot. You use the same pot, and since it's a gallon, I would put like another. I do it like 1 to 1, however you want to do it. If you wanted to have it real light and breathable, you could put 1 container of perlite off in there. It all depends on how you want your plants to grow. But what I'll do, I'll use 1 gallon of peat moss or 1 gallon container with cocoa coir in it. I'll pour it in a mixing thing, and I will just put maybe half of perlite in there. And I'll put a half a container, make half this gallon container perlite and vermiculite. Or you could put a whole gallon of peat moss, a whole gallon, 1 gallon container of vermiculite, or you can put a whole 1 gallon container of perlite in your mixture. And that mixture will germinate. You can germinate seeds in it, is what I'm saying. You make it to the way you think you like it. But if you're new here on this channel, I would say you go visit some of those channels where those experts are. Just don't listen to me. Check around. Always do your research. Always check with other YouTubers and online sources, scholarly articles about how to make it. Research it until you get it right, okay? You get it right. But I'm just telling you the way I make my seed growing mixture. And this is what I have in here. I have peat moss. I have perlite. And I'm going to get some more perlite right now to put in here, because you have to have an eye for it. You have to have an eye for your soil. What I mean about you have to have an eye for it, you have to be the one to look at your soil that you're mixing and look at it and see how fluffy it is. You see, when you squeeze it, there's not a lot of water in it, and it falls apart really easily. And I'm going to have to get up and go and get my perlite container. And I put on a mask when I deal with perlite, because perlite is dusty. And I'm going to turn this ceiling fan off because it's a little dusty for real. All right, so here I go. I may put a bag or something across it and then pour it in and let it settle down. So I'm going right now to get my perlite. And it's white, and it's what causes the soil to be breathable, if you ask me. That's the way I look at perlite. It's helping the plant roots to have some breathing space where it's not all packed in with cocoa coir and peat moss, just mashing it all together. I look at the perlite as being some type of thing that's kind of like styrofoam. That's what I think about. But I don't think it's styrofoam, is it? I don't really know what peat moss. I don't really know what perlite is made out of. But it's a breathable source where your plant roots can breathe. And excuse me a moment. I'll be right back. If I can get out of here. I got soil all on the floor. I'm back, but let me just turn the fan off. All right. I'm back. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place a garbage bag over here, just like this. Put my shovel out the way. And this is a gallon container of perlite that I ordered online. And what I'm going to do, cover it up on this end. And I'm going to pour some perlite in from this end right here. I'm going to cover it up, and you see the dust trying to come up out of there. Let it settle down. Let that settle down, because I didn't put my mask on. Let the perlite dust settle down before I open that back up, okay? And it out the way. I'm letting that settle down some. There's perlite in there. I'm going to give it time to settle. And where am I for advancing yourself, people? You all know how we do this thing. We do take it from level to level to level to level. Good to see you all today. Don't forget to subscribe. Please click on subscribe to my channel. And maybe, just maybe, the people that really need to see my videos can see them. Because with YouTube, a new person coming along, it's just billions and billions of people that have really, really fancy videos out there. And I'm going to start working on that part of my video creation also. But right now, I just want to get the information out. Okay? I just want to get the information out to my viewers and my listening audience. And I thank you all. All right. The dust has settled. And now, I'm going to mix it up. Now, I like to use my hands to mix my soil, but I got like a finger infection last year that it took me over a month to get rid of it. Something had happened, or I think I had a hangnail or something. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you today. and I think I had like a hangnail or something going on. It got infected, and it took me over a month to get this finger together. But what I'm getting ready to do is mix the mixture of perlite, peat moss is in here, and potting soil, along with some of my compost. So I'm going to mix it really good without putting dust up. I don't want dust flying everywhere. So I'm mixing it. Mix it really nice. Mix it really thoroughly. Because the perlite is going to help the soil to be breathable. It's going to help it to breathe. And that's going to help the root system of the plants that I'm planting to breathe also. Sometimes when you're new, when you're getting ready to start something, you're making videos, you don't have anybody looking at you. When you see one person come in the room, wow, that makes you feel like, whoa, somebody's looking at the video for a change. But it's an ongoing process. You can't stop and you can't give up regardless. You have to start somewhere. And that's exactly what Priscilla Greenhouse is doing now. I'm trying to get a presence online, and sometimes it's not easy. But if I work with it, and I work with it, and I work with it, we're talking about billions of people on this platform. Billions, 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 if not millions. And you got like a little ant trying to come through a whole big jungle of birds. And maybe it can't even find its way out. So that's how I look at it. But if you keep on moving, and you keep on doing what you have to do, eventually you'll get to where you're trying to get to. All right, this mixture is nice and lightweight. And I really like playing in soil, but what I do at this point, I find twigs and pieces of wood. And I just pretty much take them, move them out of my way for right now. Because I don't want pieces of bark and wood in the way of my seedling. So that's why I actually use my hand to break it up. And it should be lightweight and fall freely. I don't want those big pieces of wood in there. That's why when you use peat moss, that peat moss, most of the time there's no sticks in it and no twigs. And you got my perlite that I just put in here. I know there's no twigs in there. And you put vermiculite in there and there's no twigs. Because the seeds need a very, very lightweight soil seed starting mixture to get started. All right, now this is what I'm going to do. This is the container that I purchased at Dollar Tree. A lot of people may be between jobs right now. I don't know what your financial statuses are. But Skinny Boy Randy is a young man that I look at on YouTube also. And I look at Lead Farmer 73. But Skinny Boy Randy is really the one that I was listening to a few days ago that was telling his listening audience where you can go and get these things at a cheap price. And some people may say, well, I can get it cheaper somewhere else. Well, check around and find it. But I was able to find a lot of neat things at the Dollar Tree here at my location on yesterday. So now I am going to fill this up. So if you want to go to the Dollar Tree, if you want to go somewhere else, And these are just some ideas that I came up with on my own. I'm sure somebody online is doing it already. But these are like baking pans. Put holes in the bottom of it. I've never used them to do anything with, but to bake with until now. I'm going to fill this here container up. And I don't want soil all on the edges, so I got to just use my shovel. I'm going to use my shovel just to do it. And I'm sitting down, because once I stand up, my head is going to be cut off. And I have to just fix it, so maybe I'll do that. I don't like sitting down all the time. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to knock my shelf over behind me. I'm going to push it up a little bit. All right, here we go. And I think it's a lag in this here recording, but I think you all can see it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put soil in here. There's another piece of wood. Remove the twigs out. Shake it around, and sometimes the big pieces will come to the top, and just, this helps to pack it. Don't do this if you don't have any gloves on, because you got to remember, there's some sharp edges underneath. There's some sharp edges under here. And I'm just going to use this. It's just a wooden spoon. Pack it down. And this is to remove air pockets from the soil. Okay? This is to remove air pockets from the soil. All right, I'm going to put it right here. I think I can put some more soil in there too. Hold up. Because whatever seeds that I grow in this here container here is going to grow in here for a long time. When I say a long time, it's probably going to be in here a good 2 months. And it has a lot of room to grow. All right. I'm going to keep this out because I use this to punch holes also. Cover this back up with my plastic. Move it out the way. Okay. And people, please don't throw away your meat trays. Please do not throw away your meat trays that you get. You can use them to put containers on like this. And you can put water in them. And they can, well, you can't put a lot of water in the trays because the sides are not deep enough. But you can put containers on these meat trays, and you won't have a bunch of water all over your house. And you can let them drain without messing up everything, okay? So, hold on to your meat trays. Those are just trays that you can get from the deli, or, let me get back up because what I'm getting ready to do now is to show you all okay. Now, I've already created one with my seeds in them. is already right here. Okay, this is one that has been created already. What kind of plants do I have, Sharice? I have a variety of plants, but what I have in this container here, to be specific, I'm growing tomato plants, peppers in here, rattlesnake, watermelons in here, and I'm doing like an experiment using, to answer Sharice's question, I saved my sweet pepper seeds. There's the yellow pepper, red pepper, and there's the green pepper. And I'm doing an experiment, and I planted some of these seeds today, just to, and I know they're going to grow. I know they will grow. It's warm in here, because that light is bright. And they will grow. And thank you for your question. And anyone else that comes along with a question, if I can answer your question, I'll feel free to answer it. But if it's a complicated question and I do not have the answer, I'm not going to pretend that I have the answer. I will not answer. I'll just tell you to go online and search it out. Okay? So now, what I'm doing, I'm removing soil from the edges of this container because of what I'm getting ready to do with it. Okay? And this dome, I'm going to set it out the way. It's ready. Seeds already planted in there. Seeds already planted in here, okay? I can move it out the way. This is what we're working with right here. And what you see me doing is I'm just removing soil. I have holes punched in the bottom of this container. And I'm so glad I can take my time doing this. When I was rushing this morning, I was trying to go to an online meeting that I had to attend. But now that I have my soil compacted to remove air pockets, I can either put rows long ways, or I can turn it and I can put it short ways like this. And if it's let's say cucumbers, I would plant it long ways like this, Sharice, to get a lot of corn or either cucumber plants growing. And I may just do it this time because this is a large container. There's a lot of soil in there. A plant can grow for probably 6 months in this thing, to be honest with you. But I will be hardening these plants off. And in case you are viewing and you don't know what it means to harden off a plant, what I'll be doing with this plant, and I'm looking for my little dome. I'm looking all around for it, and I see it. Here it is, right here. To harden off a plant, what I'll be doing is once these plants, like I showed you the plants in here, okay, Sharice, the peppers, now, I'm going to tell you something about peppers. Let me have a seat to talk to you a little bit about peppers, okay? Peppers, from my experience, to answer your question, Sharice, and I do thank you for the questions. The pepper plant, whether it be the red peppers, sweet peppers, or what have you, peppers have given me a rough time to grow. And what I mean about that is this. I would start my pepper seeds directly in the ground in the summertime or the springtime. Peppers are finicky. I call peppers a very finicky plant. And it takes them a while to even break through the soil. I have pepper plants growing in here, and they have not broken through the soil yet, Sharice. And I call them finicky plants because I have learned through the years when I plant pepper seeds, even if I started the plants or the seeds indoors or in the greenhouse, because I really haven't planted any on the inside of the house like I have now. Those plants can grow and look so pretty, and they can stand 2 inches tall. But with me, for some reason, I couldn't get those pepper plants to stay alive, because peppers and tomato plants, what else? And I think, what is that plant? I can't call the name of it. The big purple plant. The big purple plant. What is that plant? But tomato plants, pepper plants, and I can't call the name of that plant. What's the name of that big purple plant, Cherise? Can you help me out? But they take a lot of heat, if you ask me. They need a steady temperature to grow. I mean, when I say steady, I'm talking about above 70 degrees for real. You got to keep it warm. They need a lot of warmth to grow pepper plants, tomato plants, well, peppers and tomatoes. But it was one more plant that I have in my mind, and I just can't call the name of the plant. Eggplant. The eggplant. That's the name of the plant I was trying to think of. To me, those three plants are really, really picky. And if they don't have enough heat, they don't have enough light, I just believe those plants will die if you don't give them enough heat and enough light. So, I hope and they would be probably, if once they grow, Cherise, let your friend know that once they start to grow, the peppers really takes a while to be ready to harvest also. And I'm just going to show you a seed pack here that I have. And on the back of the seed pack, it tells you when you can be ready to, it germinates in 10 to 12 days. They even take a long time to start growing. Excuse me. My goodness. But anyway, excuse me, for real. That's why I got water here. Sorry about that. It takes about 10 to 12 days to germinate. Eggplant, yes, eggplant. Fantastic, thank you so much. But the pepper plants take 10 to 12 days to start growing. And you got to plant them 1/4 inch is 1/4 inch in the soil, not very far at all. Don't press them all the way down to the bottom. And to harvest, and for them to be ready to answer your question, 75 days. So you're looking at a whole month and 15 more days for the pepper plants to actually be ready to harvest. So in this situation that I'm in, when you're dealing with peppers, these are the sweet peppers, okay? These are sweet peppers. I'm trying to organize a seed container holder for right now. But there are also other peppers, those hot, spicy peppers. And I had the seed pack right here. These are valley green. These are other very, very hot peppers. And they take 75 to 80 days before they mature. 75 to 80 days for these peppers right here. I got it taped down, and it germinates to 14 to 21 days. So these are the peppers I'm talking about right here. Now, let the fun begin. I'm trying to decide which way I'm going to plant them. If I plant them this way, it will be about 30 plants. That's a lot of plants to have to deal with and take care of. But I think I'm going to turn it this way because I can have a variety of plants in here. And what I want to do, like I was telling you all, I had things planted in the greenhouse on last year. And this is what I want to show you all. Trying to keep up with everything. Let me put this knife back in this sleeve. It's a sharp little knife, but I work with that knife. Get your plant labels together. So this is what step I'm getting ready to take right now. I'm keep this in here local because sometimes things get misplaced. Because right now I'm looking for something. Got my scissors in case I need scissors. So here's my labels right here. I'm going to slide this out the way. What I'm going to do right now, excuse me, take out some labels, different colors. There's a blue one, red, green, and white also is in here. And white. Okay, let's plant labels. And I still know that the light is here because this here video is about grow lights for indoor seed starting. And that's what we're talking about. And this is the light that I installed this morning. I actually have it suspended or hanging on lightweight wire. Okay? And please subscribe to my video. Click on subscribe. And when I go live, you'll know I'm live. And that way, maybe if you're interested in what I'm showing, you can ask questions and you can participate and engage in the video just like one of the viewers is doing right now, Sharice. And I do thank my listening audience for your support. I just have a covering that I'm moving some soil and some perlite that popped all over the place. And I'm going to rest this container right here for now, under the light. I'm just going to slide it under the light for now so it can start at least getting some good warmth and some light, okay, for the process of germination. I will be planting marigolds. I'm going to plant some marigold seeds, flower seeds. And the first things first, get a label and write what I'm getting ready to plant. And it's a permanent marker that I'm using, but it's an acrylic painter's pen. You can order them online. So let's do this. It's a French double dwarf mixed color. So it's a French double dwarf. February the 9th, 2022. Okay, and let that dry. And that's my plant marker. And I'm going to stick it right here because that's where I'm going to put the marigold seed, right there. In the next plant. How many of you love sweet corn? How many of you just love corn altogether? I love corn. Corn on the cob, fried corn, all of it. So what I'm going to do here, no, I told you all something else, didn't I? I told you all that I was going to be planting some of my seeds from last year, which I've already planted some rattlesnake seed, rattlesnake watermelon seed. And here's some Congo. This is Congo watermelon seeds. I grew Congo watermelons last year. Let's do this. I'm going to make a label for my Congo watermelon seed now. Got a green label here. Now I'll take a red one. And this one will be red. Hello, everybody. And where are my Forever Advance Yourself people? You all know how we do this thing. We take it from level to level to level to level. Good to see you all today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Congo watermelon. And it's going to be a red label. Alright, let it dry. So that's Congo watermelon seeds. And here's the Congo watermelon seeds. Here's my marigolds. Because I'm getting ready to plant these. So I'm putting them right over here in the area. So I can know what I'm getting ready to do. That is. Alright. Put it nice and close. I need every inch of this soil to be used for seed starting. Need every inch of it to be used for seed starting. Okay. I received some seeds in the mail from different places. Someone sent me some from Knoxville. I ordered them. This one came from Florida and Ravensdale, Washington. Now, I had ordered a variety of different sunflower seeds. And I'm going to open this envelope up right here. It's from Washington. Cut the edge off because I don't want to cut my seeds up. This is a different pair of scissors. The first pair that was like that is no good at all. And let me see. Oh, someone sent me a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful business card. And it's from toadstoolseeds.com. And Black Magic sunflower seeds. I ordered some Black Magic sunflower seeds. And guess what? That's what I'm getting ready to plant. And I'm going to keep this business card right here with my other cards. Black Magic sunflower seeds. And they are beautiful. I remember what they look like. So, I'm going to put the Black Magic sunflower seeds here, the Congo watermelon seeds, and the marigold. And I'm getting ready to start planting now because I don't want to get too much stuff laying around. Black Magic sunflower. Beautiful. If you research it and look it up online, Black Magic sunflower seed, they are beautiful. And that's what I'm going to be growing. The thing about this is that this is my first time doing this. And I'm putting a lot of time into this. A lot of energy. I got something going on here. Wow! Whoa! I got plants growing that wasn't growing this morning. Let me look. Wow! Get out of here. Oh, my. That is the tomato plant. The root gush tomato plant is starting to grow. And that's a good thing. That tells me tomato plants are real picky when it comes to light and heat. But I have a heating pad under here too. And that is working a miracle for these plants. Plants need heat. They need a heating pad. And I do have a heating pad under this one. So I see plants growing. Let me let you all peep inside of this thing again. I fixed this last night after I ended my video. I want to keep my heat in though, so the only thing I don't like about this, I have to lift up a big heavy laptop just to let you all look in at the progress from this morning. If you look back at my video, wait a minute. Here we go. Now I'm gonna try to get this as close as I can for you all to peep in here. Let me lean it forward so you can look in here. Can you see at the back there? Do you see those cucumber plants? They hadn't even burst through the soil this morning. Look at them. Cucumbers, peas, broccoli is growing, collards are growing, corn is growing on the back. And look at this tomato plant. Tomato plant. Something else is trying to come up through here. I didn't have anything growing in that cell this morning. And I hope you all can see something, because it's odd to hold this thing up. And this is a, hold up. This is a straight neck squash plant. That's a straight neck squash plant coming up right there. This is a tomato plant, if you all can see it. Can you see it? Corn at the back, broccoli, garden beans growing too, but you can't, you have to look through underneath the light to see some of it. And I don't know if it's there angled right, or can you see it, or am I in the right position for you to see it? Can I slide it closer for you to see it? Can you see it? Or is everything blocked? This thing is heavy. Oh, I got to put this down before I drop my computer, y'all. I'm sorry. Woo! I hope you all could see it. I hope you all could see it, what I was trying to show you, okay? Now, I'm getting ready to get to work again. Let me sit down now. Hold this up. It's time to get to work again. All right. Let me put this up and close this back off. Keep the heat in there. They're doing wonderful. Oh, I just hope I can keep my plants alive, because they are doing what they're supposed to do. So far, it tells me, so far, I'm giving them enough heat. They're nice and warm inside this aluminum foil, and that light is just reflecting and refracting all over the place. I think I need to hold up for a minute. This camera, we having a rough day. A laptop is difficult to keep adjusted when you're moving around a lot. It's easier just to reach back and grab a mobile phone and straighten it up. It's easy to do it. Not with a laptop. Excuse me. Okay. Let's get ready to put some seeds in this soil now. I'm going to put my Black Magic sunflower marker in here so I can know where to put it. I'm going to dampen the soil. Get it prepared for the seed that's getting ready to go in here. All right. Can you all see that? Hello, everyone. Glad you all can join. Glad you all can join. Okay. Now, there it is. I'm going to use this here wooden spoon to put my holes in here. Okay? I'm squeezing 4 plants in here. I mean, I'm putting 4 holes in here. It's going to be more plants. I pour the whole thing down. So. I didn't have to push it out that far because really I'll just knock a little dirt off in there because I really pressed them down. They don't have to be, they really don't have to be down that far. Hold on. They don't have to be down that far. They don't have to be down that far at all. So just okay. Barely. Right on top. 1/4 of an inch maybe. Alright. Alright, to start with, marigold seeds. I tap them down. Make sure they're not stuck in the top. Come across with a pair of scissors right at the edge. Cut that top part off. Now, wow. Marigold seeds look so fancy looking, but whoo, maybe I could go on and press that down further because they're really big. Those marigold seeds look big like that. Okay? So what I'm going to do with the marigold seeds, I'm going to go on and push them down a little further. I got plenty of room for them to grow. Alright. So they're like, it's like 2 of them right there. Just going to push them down in there. That's 2. When they start to grow, when they really get to a good height, I'll be ready to transfer them into a larger container because the marigold is going to need some room to grow. I'm putting 2 seeds in each hole, and I'll put these back in here. That's marigolds. And what I do, I'll fold the top down. I'll get my Scotch tape or tape or whatever you're going to use. And I do this here for safekeeping, so my seeds will not end up falling out. And I'll rearrange, I'll file them back in here under marigolds. Okay, put that back up against it. So that's my little filing system there. Next, it's going to be the Congo watermelon seeds. I grew Congo watermelon seeds last year. I grew Congo watermelon seeds on last year. Alright? And they're all dried out. They're dry. They're not wet. And that's my Congo watermelon seeds right here. Right there, if you can see them. So the Congo watermelon seeds, 2 seeds per hole. Tap it down in there. I can put it under the soil a little further. This one, 1, 2. I'm just gonna grab 2 at a time and drop them. 2 at a time and drop them. Push them down in the hole. Make sure they're in the soil. I'm getting ready to cover. I'm covering the marigolds up and the watermelons up right now. Everything covered up. Okay, cover it up. Congo watermelon marigolds. Pat it down. I'm not patting it down really, really hard. I'm just making sure there's no air pockets around it. And put the rest of these Congo watermelon seeds in here and put them out the way. Water them in. It was already water, but this Black Magic sunflower seeds. I already have my holes here. Somebody probably grew a lot of sunflowers They grew a lot of sunflowers. They may have been doing it for years now. But this is a start. They have sunflower seeds, and I have sunflower seeds also. I'm trying to think where I put my sunflower seeds, but I know where they are, and they're dried out. And I'm going to plant some of those sunflowers. But they were the yellow sunflowers. Most of these are probably sunflower seeds, and they're beautiful. And I want to plant as many sunflowers this year as I possibly can in my area. But this is Black Magic sunflower. I'm going to put 2 seeds in each hole. This is what I do, you all. So I might as well bring you all along with me while I'm doing it, instead of not doing it at all and doing it in the privacy of my home and not teaching anybody anything. So, Black Magic sunflower seeds. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick this little packet in here behind sunflower seeds. Squash, sunflower seeds come next. Now I know my sunflower seeds are filed away, and I'm going to put some type of top over here in case it slip out of my hand. All my seeds won't fall out. And I think I got a system in my head how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to tie a knot with some yarn through the hole here and run it all the way to the front, and especially right down the center, and tie it here and tie it here. And go across, and when I get ready to get my seeds out, I still can get them out by just spreading the things out the way and getting what I need. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use yarn, and I'm just going to have it tied off, so if that thing fall over, you know, it won't fall out. It's going to be like a XOX type of thing that's going to hold them in, and when I get ready to get a seed pack out, I'll just pull it open and take it out. And that may help somebody that's looking at this video. And I got it from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to take this little label off right now. The label's still on there from yesterday. Put that in the garbage. Alright. So right now in this container, marigolds, Congo watermelon seeds, Black Magic sunflower seeds. And I still have more room. And this is what I want to do. Well, I misplaced my had a container of tomato seeds. I don't know what happened to them, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. And this is a thing of spaghetti squash, okay? Spaghetti squash. And spaghetti squash is good. Alright? This here came from spaghetti squash. These seeds. Let me hold off on the squash for right now. And I'm going to look in this bag here. And I have some more okra. I'm going to put my okra seeds inside of this container instead of having it in this bowl. What I'm going to do, I got a funnel here. And I'm going to funnel these okra seeds down in here right now because I don't want to knock these seeds over and they're going to go everywhere. Alright. Got them in there. I made labels for them last year. But I got October the 3rd, 2021 on here. And what it is, those are the seeds that I took off of my okra plants over in my greenhouse area last year. Alright? And that's the okra seeds in there right now. Okay? These are my okra seeds from my garden last year. So with the okra seed, my filing system is going to have to go to another level. I'm going to get another container like this, or a box or something. And I have a box that some containers came in. I'll probably just put this in here like this, the whole container, and my okra seeds, I can slide them. I'm just trying to have a storage system going on as I go along, people, because if you don't have anywhere to put your spaghetti squash seeds, and you have to know where they are, you can't be searching for them like I'm searching for a whole thing of tomato seeds right now, and I don't know where I put them. So I'm going to start this off, and I'm always going to know where this box is located, because it's going to contain all of my seeds, and I need to be able to find my seeds when I want them. And when you can't find your seeds, when you're looking for your seeds, it's useless keeping seeds if you're not going to be able to find them. But what we're going to do right now, I'm going to plant some honeydew melons. Oh, I had some honeydew melons last year. I mean, those melons was like this, and they were so good. And here's some of my honeydew melon seeds, people. Let me show you. Save your seeds, save your seeds, save your seeds. Save them. And here's my container that I made out of a medicine bottle, honeydew melons. And I'm going to plant some. And I have my honeydew melon seeds in here from last year. So I'm going to scratch them around a little bit. I'm not doing this hard, because it's still, what it has on there is some of that vegetation from that holds the seeds in place, fiber, honeydew melon seeds. That's why I have all kind of seeds laying around at home. My daughters get on to me about it sometimes. I have them laying on the counter, and they be wondering, what you got this stuff laying out in here for? That's why. That's why I had it laying in there, because I save my seeds from year to year so I can plant them. And I know what I produced last year. I know they was really nice and sweet. And, okay. And I have a container for them. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try to pick out anything like skin. I call it seed skin. And got my seeds stuck together. Taking it out. I don't know if y'all can see what's going on here, but I'm trying to cue you in on it. Some of my seeds are stuck together. And I'm just trying to separate them before I put them in that container. I'm going to plant some. I will be planting some. May not be able to get every piece off. It really doesn't matter. Once you plant them, that piece that's stuck to it is not going to. It's not going to matter anyway, because you know what? It's going to come up. All right. Honeydew melon. I'm just going to pour them in there. They are large seeds. That's how I know that these are honeydew melons. Okay? I have a container for them now. All ready to go. Honeydew melons in here. Let me make sure. Oh, I thought, hold up. It was kind of oily in here because, you know, cooking oil and warm water removes that medicine labels off of your medicine jar. And it probably was floating around in the cooking oil. But I don't want anything in here with seeds. I just want a dry environment for the seeds to be in. That's all. That's all I want. So Here we go. All right. Getting some of the fuzz out of there, whatever it is. It's all right. Now, set it just like this here. What I'm getting ready to do, make another label. To put honeydew on it, okay? I've been at this for almost an hour and a half now, but it's okay. Because I will be doing this for 2 hours anyway. And no one will be seeing anything or learning anything. My thing is, you will learn something if you run across this video one day. Alright, I don't know how long it's going to take you to run across me because I'm a new kid on the block doing this now. I used to do videos, but I'll do one maybe once a month, and then I'll skip 2 months, and I'll do it again. But I'm really going to try to stay busy and productive with doing them this time around. Try to stay with it. Just try to stay with it this time for a little while, or for as long as I have to. But let's do this. Honeydew melon. Let it dry. Give it time to dry anyway. It's a permanent marker, but if you smear your hand across it, it's going to mess it up. I think I got enough room for one more set of seeds to be planted after the honeydew. Honeydew melons are nice and long, so I'm going to give it some room in this planter. I want it to really grow nicely. Trial and error, people. If you never ever try it, you'll never know if you can do it or not. Share my video some kind of way. Share it. I don't know how you share it. You may have some type of other separate platform. If you feel like this video is informative and you like it, just click on like and subscribe to the video. I need to plug my computer in. I see that the battery is real low. That's what I say. I'll tell you just a minute. Okay. Trying to get it back on track again. Let me just move this out the way. It's all in the camera, in the way. But my seeds are in there. My seeds are in there, so. Okay. Honeydew melons. I love them. I love my honeydew melons. Okay, here we go. And I think I still got my head cut off, even sitting down. It's a learning process, people. Bear with me. Alright. That should take care of it. And let me get ready to plant some honeydew melon seeds, okay? Wow, these seeds are humongous. I'm telling you, for real. My honeydews were so large last year. That's my honeydew melon seeds, if you can see it. I don't even know where to put things in front of the camera on the computer. That's just how new I am with this, y'all. So bear with me. I learn day by day. Honeydew melons. I'm putting 2 seeds in each hole. I'm putting the best seeds in each hole. The best, the smoothest. Because I have plenty of seeds. Because guess what? Saved my seeds last year. I think I put them up to make sure. Honeydew melon. I put the lid back on here. And I put it in an area which is inside of a box. So I know, without a shadow of a doubt, where to find my seeds. Because it's been like a nightmare to find them. And this is a container full of nothing but cantaloupe seeds. Honeydew, and the next ones that I'm going to put in there will be some of these cantaloupe seeds. I need to make another container for them. I just throw them inside of an empty pepper container. See, you can store them in a pepper container. What is this here? Seasoning salt? Whatever it is. I put cantaloupe seeds on here for August of 2021. Last year. All right. Now, same thing. So guess what I have growing in, guess what's going to be growing in here? There's going to be marigold flower seeds, Congo watermelon seeds, black magic sunflower seeds, honeydew melons, and cantaloupes. Now you tell me you can't make a real delicious meal out of everything I just named. And you can put a marigold flower arrangement in the middle of the table. And slice up that watermelon, that Congo watermelon, and that black magic sunflower and the marigolds. That's a flower arrangement in the middle of the table. The honeydew melon and the cantaloupe sliced up in a salad. And I'm going to plant some lettuce seed too. I wonder, that's what I should have put in here. I'll do it. I need to plant some lettuce. All right, honeydew melon. Let's get the cantaloupe written out. Cantaloupe. I have to look at that and know how to spell it right. All right. I want a different color. Y'all probably say, oh, she's so... But anyway, I like another color. Because I can choose my colors. Thank God I can choose the colors of my markers. That's why I bought them. Cantaloupe. Here we go. Permanent acrylic painter's pen. So it won't fade. So this is cantaloupe. And you know, some people frown on agriculture and farming, and they frown on the people that do it. But what if there was not any farmers in the world planting anything for us to eat? What if there wasn't any cattle herders that grow and raise cattle and pigs and hogs and chickens? What if you just do away with all of these people that's in farming, period? Whether it be cattle, whether it be livestock, or dairy products for milk, or chickens and roosters and turkeys, poultry. That poultry is the word I was trying to think of. Dairy is milk, and livestock consist of all type of animals like cows and hogs and whatever. Let's just say all those people decide one day to say, forget about raising hogs to feed you and your family. Let's say they say, forget about me raising beef and selling my beef in the store so you can have beef and ground beef to make your spaghetti sauce and all this stuff. What if they just say, forget about you and me? Okay, put it in your head. What if they just say, well, you're talking about me because I'm a farmer, And I'm out in the fields all day. I'm out in my greenhouse all day. I'm in the garden all day, being self-reliant and being self-sufficient. And I'm growing my food. But somebody want to act like a clown sometime, right? And they want to talk about us. They want to joke about people like us. But it's all good. Because you know what? Give me 5 months from today. Give me like 5 months. I only need about 5 months, I believe. What month would that be? I'm going to put you right at July, right? I can bet your bottom dollar. And where am I forever advancing yourself, people? You farmers and you agriculture workers, you all know how we do this thing. We do take it from level to level to level to level. Where do you think I'm going to be in July, and what are you going to be doing in July? I guarantee you, I'm going to be probably pickling some cucumbers and making some pickles. Most likely going to be pickling some okra and making pickled okra and frying me some okra or boiling or grilling me some peppers and everything, along with my fish that I catch out in the lakes and the streams of America. And if these farmers and agriculture workers and livestock workers and poultry workers decide to pull all their food off the markets, what you gonna do? So the next time you're making fun of a farmer or somebody that's growing something in greenhouses and out in the backyard or got some chickens in their yard, maybe you don't need to be making fun of those people anymore. Then maybe how you going to get your next meal, since you do not want to grow anything. Like Lead Farmer 73 always been telling us for years and years, plant a seed. Plant a seed. But I guess your fingernails too long. Maybe your eyelashes too long. Maybe you don't want no dirt to get on your clothes because, you know, that's just the way it is. For your status quo, maybe you just the type of individual you don't want to get no dirt up on your fingernails. But put some gloves on. Put some gloves on. You can put gloves on every day to work. Don't forget about the nylon plastic gloves. You can put them on too. It's a way to do it. And the only thing you need is a 5-gallon bucket, or a 1-gallon pot, a section in your backyard, on your patio, or in your apartment, inside your house. Because we are starting plants inside. This is my first year doing it. And I tell you, I know it's not going to be just so easy peasy to do it. I'm already experienced leggy plants that fell over and died. And I'm looking at these plants like, what do I need to do to keep y'all alive? I got to do something like this. And I didn't know what to do. You have to study. You have to study sometime to find out. You have to study to find out what it is you need to be doing in this season. And it's hot in this room. Cantaloupe. Okay, it's dry now. I'm talking about my label has dried. Now I'm not going to smear it. I don't like to see any smearing. That's one label that's smeared for my Black Magic sunflower seed. But now I'm getting ready to plant cantaloupe seed. I just finished planting honeydew. Honeydew melons and cantaloupes pretty much in the same family. We'll pull this a little closer. I hope you all can see it. All right, let's get some cantaloupes in the ground. It's not in the ground, but let's get some cantaloupe seeds in the soil. One of my neighbors last year, she saw the cantaloupes and the honeydew melons growing. But she caught me right at the end of the growing season, people, for my cantaloupes and the honeydew melons. And she asked me, and I had maybe 3 honeydew melons left for the whole season. I didn't have any more. And maybe 5 cantaloupes. I didn't have any more. That was the end. And I was trying to hold on to those melons for myself. But this is what happened. Her daughter came down to my greenhouse area one evening. And she wanted some okra. And she wanted a cantaloupe also. Her mom had already purchased one from me. And you all know something? Boy, those are the best tasting honeydew melons ever. They were the best tasting cantaloupes ever. Do you hear me? I have never ever in my whole life tasted a honeydew melon or a cantaloupe that was so sweet and so juicy, smelling so good. I could smell that honeydew melon and those cantaloupes in the garden when I would walk through. I got thoughts too. But anyway, I do this with my videos. If y'all not used to that, hey, I do it all the time. If a song come in my mind, I'm going to say something. But I could smell those honeydews in the garden and the cantaloupes in the garden when I would walk through. And they would smell so, so good. I'm about to wrap this video up. It's like it's going to be a part 4 and 5 to me recording, because if I keep going, I'm telling you people, this video is going to be 2-3 hours long. And I never ever thought that I'd be able to stand before a camera or sit before a camera and talk about plants and do a video that's going to last 2 and 3 hours. But here it is in another 19 minutes. I'm going to be on this computer sitting down in my home for 2 hours. And I'm not bored. I'm not upset. I'm just working. Wow. Nothing but cantaloupe seeds. Every last one of these seeds, people. This thing is almost halfway full. Over halfway full. Nothing but cantaloupe seeds. Do you hear me? Those are cantaloupe seeds that I blew off too. I'm going to put 2 in the hole. And if one of them look kind of straggly looking, I don't like to throw anything away. I put 3 in the hole. I don't want to waste them. These are cantaloupes. I will transplant them when they start to grow. If they like they're going to get leggy, I'm going to transplant them. These are cantaloupes. Don't you know how many cantaloupes I had last year? And I didn't have enough planted last year. I'm getting ready to do something with these seeds. And I don't care if I have a whole section with nothing but honeydew and cantaloupes. Because somehow somebody got something like, well, I don't want to talk about that, but somebody smelled those cantaloupes and honeydews and got in my fence some kind of way and took some of my cantaloupes and my honeydews, and I know it. But they won't plant a seed. They won't plant a seed, but they want to take a cantaloupe from me. I don't mind sharing. But those things, everything that I'm growing behind me, someone's going to have to plant it. And you know who that someone most likely is going to be? Me. Just like I did last year with the good hit. Lord, I'm telling you, I worked in that garden. Do you hear me? I can't see. Sometimes you drop these things in there, they'll fall so far to the bottom, you have to end up putting 2 more in there. Oh well, 4 seeds. And in the event that 1 or 2 seeds do not germinate or grow, guess what? I got it covered. Because I'm going to have some cantaloupe plants. In these 2 hours, I pray they're not going to be in vain, because there's a lot of work to be done still with these seeds. And it really is a lot of work to still be done. But these seeds came from my cantaloupes from last year. I didn't have to buy any cantaloupe seeds, but I do have some that I purchased last year. in here. But every year, and there's some more cucumbers there too. I'm going to cover all these seeds up now. I'm going to first tap them down in the soil because some of them are still right there at the top. Alright? And now just tap, 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 tap. That's it, people. That's it. That's it. With me talking to you all as I go, it takes longer. But it wouldn't have taken any no longer than if I was here without my camera on, planting them, and I get them planted and probably get sidetracked and messing it around in the refrigerator and doing all kind of stuff, making tea, making coffee. And this just stops me from doing certain things while I'm recording. Give it a good watering because I'm getting ready to put this dome over it, people. I've accomplished what I want to accomplish at this point. I'm watering it down real good because once I put this dome on, that's going to be game over, baby. It's over with. I'm going to wipe this down here, the edges. I don't want anything growing from anything that's trapped under the edges here. Yeah, I'm just this here careful about it. I want it to be set up nice and neat and clean because I am in my house. And it's just soil though. And now, it's time to put the dome on. The dome look kind of dusty looking. Hold on. I want everything to look clean and clear so the light can come through real good. These plants can get all the light they need to start growing. And this is their little miniature greenhouse where they got a lot of moisture. They're going to have moisture in there when they start to grow. And they're going to do real good. Let's see. Right into the snaps. Alright, all four corners snapped in nice and neat and tight. And this is my little miniature greenhouse getting ready to go under the grow light that I installed today. And I'm going to sit it right here for now. And I'm going to put everything has enough water for now. So I'm not going to put any water in here. Okay, I'm not going to put any water in here. Just a minute. Alright, this is going to be the container in which our little miniature greenhouses. Move my phone out the way. Hold on. Okay. So, I'm going to put it right here, out of the way. There's some dirt trapped behind one of my labels, and I don't like that, but I'm going to put this like this. Both of them can fit right there. And I'm going to turn them the same way so when I wonder, can it fit in there long ways? I've been wondering about that. But then another tray wouldn't be able to fit in there, so here we go. This is it. That's the finished product. That's the finished product that's going to go right here on this shelf. It's going to be his new home for right now. Now, it's long ways, okay? I'm just wondering. How wide is it? I may be able to do something here. I don't like it going this direction. Hold up. Can you all see? I'm going to swing it around like this. I hope that dome can fit. I hope the other one can fit in here. If it can fit in here this direction too, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. That would be perfect if it can just go in there. Ah. Ooh. You know what? It's not sitting down in their level. It's I'm going to have to get another light. I'll just chalk it up to the fact that I got to get another light the same size and run it. But I may have a light in the mail today. I ordered 2 lights. I need to check my mail, but I think they say it's going to be delivered on Friday. So, I'm going to put aluminum foil all around here, and I'm going to see what's going to happen. So, what I'm looking at, and it's okay. It is alright, people. I'm not going to cry about it. I just thought maybe I could pull it off and make it work like that. It's not going to work like this, so I'm going to have to turn it like this. But what I will do, and I'm going to turn it just like this, it's fine. And I'll push it all the way to the back, just like this. And that light is still coming all the way in this tray. I can tell light is still coming in the tray. But I purchased some aluminum foil at the Dollar Tree. Everything is planted in here now. And the double support is what I'm looking at with one light now. In all actuality, people, I have got to take a chance. I've got to take a chance. And if all fails, when it comes to be like April or May, and let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that everything just died, and I can't make anything live, but the devil is a liar, don't you understand that? Because I already see things living. And they're going to be put in the ground in my greenhouse area next month. They will be put down in the ground probably next month or the month after. After all the cold snapping and the frost days are over with. Now, this is one light you're looking at. But these plants are going to have additional heat to make them grow. I was looking at a video on YouTube, and this is why I tell you got to keep on listening to other people also. And they were talking about as soon as your plants, if you put plastic over something, they say as soon as they start growing, remove the plastic off of it. But then I was looking at a couple more videos with people using domes like this, and domes like this, and they develop condensation underneath them also. Okay, they do. So why would I have to remove the dome off of it as soon as they start growing? And I'm going to use a perfect example of what I'm getting at right now. I have milk jugs and 1 gallon juice jugs outside right now for winter sowing and growing of vegetable plants. And I have them taped off. I explained that to you in one of my previous videos. If those plants can grow inside of a miniature, airtight little greenhouse with a cap removed, and it's raining inside of it, it's snowing inside of it, it's sitting outside when it's a ice storm outside, and if I don't have to go out there and open that thing up every day and let it air out, why would I have to take plastic off or something inside the house? This video maker was saying because of something, but I'm just asking a question, and if you run across this question one day, I don't care if it's a year down the road, answer it for me. Why would you have to remove the plastic off of vegetable plants if you're growing them in a greenhouse or if you're growing them in your house? As long as you can see that they're growing real nicely, what would be going on with it where I would have to remove these domes? Why have a dome on it if I don't need a dome? Because this here is going to cause this thing to have heat in it. I don't have a heat mat underneath it. And after a while, what I'm going to do, oh, look at that tomato plant. It's already stretching its head up out of there. I don't know if they call that trying to get leggy or what it's trying to do, but I'm telling you, these things are reaching for the light or whatever they're doing, but I'm going to keep a close eye on them. But I see a tomato plant that done jumped up, and it wasn't up this morning. And I see a lot of things. Broccoli, collard, my peas, everything on the back row is germinating. It's starting to grow, which is fantastic. Let me keep that heat in there. And I believe this is why it happened right here. I believe this is why it's happening. And this heat mat, and it's not airtight. There's an opening. Let me tell you something. There's an opening that I'm going to cover up with aluminum foil also. I don't want any heat getting out. And I'm going to tape this up also with some packaging tape or either duct tape. I want it to be an airtight, closed-in environment with nothing but heat in there coming from just these low, whatever you want to call it. They don't even get that hot for real, just like the man said in Walmart. But this is the second set of plants right here, okay? You want to know how many plants I have growing, estimate, just in these 2 trays alone? Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 plants tags in there. And each one of those holes, which is 4 holes, that's 36. 9 times 4 is 36. Okay, that's 36 holes. 9 times 4, 9 plant labels times 4 holes to a label is 36 holes combined, okay? 36 holes combined. They're probably 18 in here, 18 in there. I'm just saying. So it's just 36 holes we're talking about now. We're not talking about seeds. Now, if you do some math and just say 36 holes times 2 is 72 plants. Is what we're really looking at. Approximately 72 plants. Because in some of the holes, I dropped 3 seeds. If all of them grow, let's just say all 72 plants do not grow. And let's say 60 of them grow just fine. And I can save all 60 of them. That's 60 plants. And that's 60 plants up here. I have 120 plants between these 2 stands right now. 120 plants of different varieties. Fruits and vegetables. is what I'm saying. So, you can do the math. The only thing I have to do right now is to keep these plants alive. To keep them alive. And people, I'm going to get ready to end this live recording, because the only thing I'm going to do next, and if you want to, maybe I just keep it rolling, because what I'm getting ready to do next is cover the plants up with aluminum foil. And I'm going to pick these up, and I'm going to show you all my zinnias, and they're hanging on pretty good. The people say that they may call a zinnia leggy, but don't. When they grew in my garden, they grew real tall, long-legged zinnia plant. Were they leggy then, or is this just the way zinnia plants supposed to grow? I don't know. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to give it some sunshine while the sun is still out. I'm going to turn this while the sun is still out. Give it all the sun it needs. Here's a whole tray. And the only thing that's been on these zinnias all morning, and they still look like you may call them leggy, but they're still alive. Some of them died. Some of them have fallen over. But these are hanging on for like 3 days now, and I'm putting them out in a lot of light. That's my thing. And heat. Light and heat. And I have aluminum foil on top of this shelf too. So a lot of light, and I brush my hand over them like this here. Make them think that the wind is blowing. And I researched that. He said that'll make them think the wind is blowing on them, and that'll make them stronger. Just don't brush them too hard, because I broke a couple of them doing that. All right, people? Where are my forever advancing yourself people? You all know how we do this thing. And we do take it from level to level to level to level. I know it's been a long video, but I have found out that sometimes I like looking at long videos when I don't know what I'm doing. So this was a long video. It was a very long video. To be exact, 2 hours and 2 minutes and 57 seconds. But I love you all. I thank you all for subscribing. I thank you for clicking on like. So hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And I thank you all. And that way you'll get notifications when the new girl on the block goes live. And hey, you can tell I'm new, but it's all good. So never despise the days of small beginnings, because you don't know where those small beginnings are headed. All right, God bless you. Love you. And I'm out of here. Let me straighten this up some. But I'm glad you all could show up. And I'm getting ready to call it a day. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.